Before I get this lesson started, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom unto the hopefully elect, the Akim and the Akwath, diligently laboring in his truth and all righteousness and sincerity, occupying in the privacies and the faith of our Lord Yahweh Shai until he return. So they about to bring back these lockdowns, all right, especially these new climate lockdowns that they're about to bring. You know what I'm saying? They just had, or should I say they just started the rally in NYC yesterday calling for an end to all fossil fuels. Now, this is just me speaking as a man. I could be wrong. I don't believe that this push to end the use of fossil fuels is an organic movement. Now, I do believe that people are afraid and they're concerned because of all the judgment that the Lord has been bringing recently. Of course, you got the earthquake in Morocco. You had the flood that just happened in Libya. You got all these hurricanes going on. So people are seeing these things happening all around the earth. And in their minds, because this is the narrative that they've been told, they believe that this is due to climate change. They believe this is due to global warming. But we understand in the truth, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in the scriptures, that this is the judgment of the Lord coming down upon the earth. But the people, their minds are in a completely different place, you see. So you have a rally in NYC that's still going on. It just started yesterday. 75,000 plus people came out to march. Now, like I said, this is just me speaking as a man. I don't believe that this is an organic movement because, and you know, the reason why I say that is because the elites have been came out and said that they want to lock shit down. They've been came out and said that they want to implement climate lockdowns. Then they got the CV lockdowns coming back. They just released a new, Capri Sun just the other day. Biden signed that, bill. So I say that because the elites, they've already wanted this. So is it a coincidence that all of a sudden now that hurricanes have been happening and, earthquakes and all this stuff has been going on? Now people want to come out and they want to, protest against fossil fuels and we need to lock stuff down. This is an emergency, etc. I don't believe that it's a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? We see we've already seen the elites like George Soros and guys in his circle fund certain political movements to benefit their cause, like Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't an organic movement. You know what I'm saying? That was something that was done by the elites to pacify people and as a distraction and also to gain more power. So this rally here for climate lockdowns, climate change protests, I believe this is the same thing. Like I said, I could be wrong. This is just me speaking as a man, but it does, seem to be very odd that, all of a sudden now people want to come out in mass and just protest these things when like for the longest time, it's not like there's never been hurricanes, but it's the frequency, the intensity of these things that are happening that's causing people to, fall into a state of fear, but the elites come in and they can, fund certain people. But you'll see in the video that I'm about to play. Okay, you got some, you'll see why I say this, because you got some big name people that are on the front lines of this thing. Okay, you got NASA scientists, you got mayors, governors. What I'm saying? That's why I'm saying that this is a paid thing. I don't feel like this is organic, but let me stop rambling and let me play this video.
Of those fuels from the largest financial institutions. Our chief meteorologist, Ginger Z, is all over this, of course. So, Ginger, when it comes to our climate, you can pretty much guarantee we're going to have protesters.
Yes, that is for sure. They have found their way into many a place. And I think this week is New York City Climate Week. And just to inform everyone, New York City Climate Week keeps growing every year. It's where leaders come together. This year, their theme is We Can, we will. They're saying number one issue is we've had a lot of wins in climate and action, but it's not happening fast enough. Number two, billions have been committed by China, the United States, the EU, but who's there to police it? Who's there to implement those billions to the folks who are going to need it the most? And then finally, this whole week will really be about what do we do next and how do we keep hope? So yes, saying two, billions have been committed by China, the United States, the EU.
So they said billions have been committed by China, the EU, the United States. So this is why I say I don't believe this is an organic movement. Now, are people scared of the weather and what's been going on? Yeah, of course. But I don't believe it's this many people to really come together and, stage this kind of protest. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it's that serious. It's not even that bad yet, to be honest. This is light work. The Lord ain't even really hitting people heavy-handed yet, man. Like, this is just like an open hand slap. The worst is yet to come. I'm telling you. All right, that's what the scriptures say, man. Like, hey, the scriptures tell you about all the calamities that's gonna come upon the earth. So if they protesting for this, then hey, soon come it ain't gonna be no protest because a lot of people are going to be deleted. See, but they said that billions have been allocated towards this cause here, which again plays right into the hands of the elites because they want to lock shit down. All right, they want more control over the people, and we know how these elites get down. Okay, bring the chaos, then you can bring the order. Okay, then once people are afraid and they're at a point where they just willing to give up their rights, then you can come in and you can do what you want to do. That's the same game plan that they ran during the CV pandemic, and look what happened from that. So this is just an extension of that. Let's continue.
But who's there to police it? Who's there to implement those billions to the folks who are going to need it the most? And then finally, this whole week will really be about what do we do next and how do we keep hope? So yes, saying there are things that are working, but what are we going to do? How have we learned from that to employ and make it all go toward the action happening faster?
All right, we know you love to geek out on all the things we need to understand and know more about, and that's these reports, right, that our planet's on track to surpass 1.5 degrees Celsius. All right, what does that mean?
So reminder, 1.5 degrees Celsius was that all-important threshold that was set back in the Paris Agreement that said, hey, let's make that our goal, let's not go past that. Then there were all these ways that we were going to not do that. Well, 2023 alone, we already anticipate will get to 1.5. Doesn't mean that it's over and that we've hit it as in general for the planet forever. It just means that we're going real fast toward that number. Summer 2023.
And the reason why the planet is heating up so much is not because of fossil fuels. You know what I'm saying? That's the narrative that Esau is pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wants you to believe. The reason why the planet is heating up and you seeing all these calamities is because we at the end of this thing. All right, these heathen, they're about to lose their rulership. So the Lord is performing sore calamities within the earth and he's afflicting them. Now, of course, they, Edom, Esau, he not spiritual, even though he knows what's going on. Like, he knows that it tells you that, the devil come down with great wrath because he know that they have but a short time. So Esau know what's going on, but he's the deceiver. See, he's the devil. So he has to push a narrative that's not of the scriptures. He has to push an alternative narrative. And to these dumbass people in America and worldwide, it sounds good to them. It sounds logical because it's a worldly explanation. You know what I'm saying? But for you brothers and sisters that's in the spirit that know, you already know what this is, man. You see, so these heathen are scared as hell. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? So these heathen are raging right now. See, they're really all this is a desperate attempt to hold on to their rulership. Oh, we got to stop fossil fuels. We have to stop driving cars. We need to go all electric. We need to reach net zero. See, this is the narrative that they pushing. And all of this ties in. But why is it happening now? How long have they been driving? Matter of fact, there was an era in America where pollution was way worse than it is now. Like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? You go back to like the 50s and the 60s, the 70s, yo, pollution was bad. Like, if you look at old photos from back then, like, you would see like New York City like just clouded up with smoke, smog. It's not like that now, so the emissions have gotten better. But again, this is, you know, a feeble attempt to hold on to their rulership and, you know, pushing a false narrative that's not really true, you know, in order to deceive the people. And, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of deception going on right now. Just like how they pushing the whole alien thing. I don't want to get off topic, but it's kind of off topic, but not really, because it still goes into deception. But just like how they pushing the whole alien thing, you know what I'm saying? They came out with them two, you know, fake ass alien bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like who believes that? You know, but hey, it's all to control the narrative. You see, it's all to control the narrative, man. And this is what Esau does. You see, Esau has to control the information, because really he's losing the information war. You know what I'm saying? So he got to come with, you know, better tactic, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all in vain. Okay, it's not going to work. And this is actually from the protests, you know, out there in New York. Now, okay, you got Jake. You know what I'm saying? Always got to have Jake out there, you know, to represent for the you know, heathens' cause. And see, this is why we tell our people, yo, come out of the world, man. Like, why are you caping for Esau's narrative, man? Like, why are you out there caping for this man? Esau don't give a damn about you, but see, he's getting paid well to push this BS. You know what I'm saying? And this is all for deception. So yeah, he spoke. I believe like 5 people spoke, but we'll check out a little bit from him. And really, I want to get the last guy, because he's an actual NASA scientist, and like he started going off. I ain't gonna get ahead of it, but let's get into it.
This is not just about saving our humanity. This is about saving the only planet we call home. And it has to be the craziest thing in the world that the U.S. government...
He talking about this is about saving the planet. No. See, the scriptures say that the earth abides forever. So it's not the planet. It's not the earth that's going to be destroyed. It's the rulership of the current people that are in charge, the heathen that's on the way out. You see? But again, this is pushing a false narrative. You see what I'm saying? It's all a false narrative, man. See, all this what he's speaking is BS. You know what I'm saying? But it takes the, you know, elect to know and to be able to pick through the BS. You know what I'm saying? To pick through the you know, deception, because a lot of our people, they gonna hear this speech and they gonna eat it up. You see, they gonna hear this man talk, you know, all these speakers talk, and they gonna believe it. Why? Because they love not the truth. You see, even though you have men out here, the prophets are out here, man, telling you what's going on. Okay, don't fall for the lies. See, Jake is still going to, you know, attach themselves to this system. Okay, and this is a prime example. Okay, Jake, you see, look, man, Jake's like him is not gonna make it. Okay, Jamal Bowman, hey, bro, you know, unless you repent, which, you know what I'm saying, I don't see that happening, because you look like you just, you know, too deep into the deception. So more than likely, you know, you're gonna be destroyed. You know, but yeah, man, Jake out here deceiving our people. You know what I'm saying, pushing Esau's narrative. You know, talking about we need to save the earth. You can't save the earth. You see, at the end of the day, the Most High is the one is going, you know, destroy and bring these calamities, man. So you can't do nothing about that. And like I said, this is only the beginning of sorrows, man. We ain't got nowhere yet. This is only the beginning. Let's continue.
actually subsidizes its own self-destruction. How stupid is that? We continue to give taxpayer dollars to the fossil fuel companies that are killing our planet. That ain't right. complex, which is the #1 contributor to carbon emissions in the world.
Jake, man, hey, look. You can't deny this, man. See, this is how you know that this is the Lord's people, okay? Because I guarantee you that before we came out of ancient Egypt, you had Jakes just like this that was caping for the Egyptians, man. In spite of all the judgment that the Lord was doing to Egypt, you still had Jake that wanted to stay. You see? You talking about all the military industrial complexes, the biggest emission of CO2. Listen, man, CO2. Listen, right now there's a hole in the ozone layer, man. That didn't happen yesterday. This has been going on for years. But now it's gotten to the point where you want to protest and you want to put laws in place. Like, don't they already have a Earth Day or certain regulations to stop emissions from getting into the atmosphere? Whatever, man. But listen. It's judgment. There's nothing that you can do to stop this. There's nothing that you can do. But let me jump to this last guy, Peter Kalmus. All right, because like I said, he was going in. Let's check this guy out.
Is fossil fuels, and
this is a NASA scientist. Let's continue.
Our leaders around the world, including President Biden, are still expanding fossil fuels, approving Mountain Valley Pipeline, approving the Willow Project, expanding drilling on federal lands. It is a form of insanity. It's taking us deeper and deeper into irreversible planetary emergency. This is not something that we can just reverse. It's not like cleaning up garbage in the park. However hot it gets, that's how hot it's going to stay for generations. I don't know why I need to stand here and say this. I am a scientist. The scientists of the world have spoken. We have to stop expanding fossil fuels and ramp down fossil fuels as quickly as we can. It could not be more clear.
And like I mentioned earlier, this all plays into the elites. Klaus Schwab said out of his own mouth on multiple occasions that we must reach net zero, which means what? Everything must be on the grid. A new system must be put in place. Basically it's the MOTB system, just to make it plain. We need to cut out the middleman. See, what I'm saying? Everything needs to run from the centralized government. That's why they're preparing right now to roll out this, central bank digital currency, which eventually is going to lead to the implantation of the Neuralink brain chip or the RFID microchip within your right hand or your forehead. Okay, so this is all, coming down to one event. You see, but they got to prep the people, basically take away people's rights, put people in a state of fear that, they're actually going to want these things to come. You see, so you have, influential people of this world. This is a NASA climate scientist, which that's madness, man. Like, how are you a climate scientist? Like what are you studying about the climate? I bet you that he don't understand judgment, though. You see, he don't understand the judgment of the Lord, which is why, the scriptures say that the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto the Most High. Because here it is, you got, this nigga got a PhD, okay? This one is a NASA, his official title is a NASA climate scientist. Peter Kalmus, right? And he's telling you that, we need to stop, using fossil fuels emissions. Now, listen, I'll just say this, what I'm saying? Is using fossil fuels the best thing for the earth? Honestly, no. But at the same time, not using it, like, the damage has already been done. Like, you can't reverse the damage. So what's the point? But again, the point is more control. Okay, the point is to deceive the people with an alternative narrative. All right, that's the point. Let's continue.
I've got 2 kids in high school. I am terrified for their future. I'm terrified for my own future right now. Things are burning and flooding, and the smoke is getting worse. The heat waves are getting worse. Will we be able to have food for 8 billion people? When will we see heat waves that have millions of deaths over the course of a few days? Because you have to understand too that every single year this gets worse. Every little bit of fossil fuel we burn makes the planet a little hotter and makes all of these impacts get worse. We are so clearly in a climate emergency. Why won't President Biden declare it? I feel.
See, so hey, he said it, and that's what it's all about. That they want to declare a state of emergency for the environment, for the climate. Okay, somebody even got a sign in the back that says Biden climate emergency now. So this is what it's all leading to. See, these devils that are in power, they want to completely lock you down. Okay, just like they did during the pandemic, that was a test run. See, but the one that's coming, it's going to be more severe. It's going to be more strict. Okay, you ain't going to be able to go nowhere. All right, so he's in, this guy right here, he's calling for that. You see, so this is indeed the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, this is the devil, all right? Because all this man is doing is pushing falsehoods to the people and deceiving them. All right. And they're being deceived because they love not the truth. You see, so at the end of the day, the hopefully elected Yahweh Basham Shai are not going to be deceived, but the masses of the people are. Let me go to 1 Thessalonians 5. Okay? Because, hey, these people believe themselves to be in peace and safety. All right? 1 Thessalonians 5:1, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You see? So right now, these people are, seemingly in their peace and safety, or that's what they want, and they think that they're going to get peace and safety by imposing these climate lockdowns, but really that's only them forwarding their own destruction. You see, because once they institute these climate lockdowns, guess what? It's going to be all out chaos, man. Okay, it's going to be all out chaos in these streets. There's going to be seditions among men. It's going to be crime. It's through the roof. You know what I'm saying? People rising up against one another with the sword. You see, listen, man, hey, the Lord really about to jack this place up. Okay, the Lord about to jack this place up like you've never seen before, and this is all a catalyst to that. And all these wicked ass people, they're not even gonna know what's going on until it's too late. Okay, and this is all being brought on. Okay, all these judgments are affecting the planet because of these people's pride. You see? Because these people have thumbed their nose up against Yahweh Basham Shai for too long. So now their iniquity is being visited. Let me go to Isaiah 2:17. All right, and it says here, and the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. Haughtiness goes into pride. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. Okay, so right now these people are being humbled, man. All right, because like I said, they have blasphemed against the Lord for too long. All right, now really the curses are starting to come upon the heathen, and this is why you have them crying out basically for a new world order. That's really what they crying out for. When you really look deeper through the spirit, really what this man is crying out for is to take away the people's rights and for the central government to take control. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's calling for Biden to declare a state of emergency for the climate. But what is that going to do to the people? You know what I'm saying? You got all these people out here, 75,000 plus, and guess what? They're gonna be with it. All right, they're gonna willingly give up their rights because in their minds they're fighting for a cause that is worthy for them to lose their rights, but they don't understand that it's all a snare. You see, this is a snare, for them to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying, and to ultimately give up, their kingdom and to be downtrodden. All right. So enough of that. Let's go here, cause out there in Australia now. Remember, during the pandemic, they had stuff locked down out there in Australia too. You know what I'm saying? Like they actually had actual camps that were set up in Australia. You know what I'm saying, for the CV, but they about to bring these things back. So let's check this guy out real quick.
That from 11:59 p.m. tonight, Victoria, all of Victoria, will go to stage 4 restrictions, and I'll take you through the details of those. From 11:59 p.m. tonight until 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday, so for 5 days, there will only be 4 reasons to leave your home: shopping for what you need when you need it, caregiving and compassionate reasons, essential work or permitted education where that cannot be done from home, exercise for 2 hours per day. You must stay within 5 kilometres of your home. Masks must be worn everywhere. Everywhere.
And this is what these are draconian measures, man. Once again, your rights to live, as you please or as you did before, all this is about to end. Okay. He's literally telling you that you're not going to be able to leave your house unless you exercising, unless it's for essential work. Okay. And it's only for a certain amount of time. If you're not doing nothing essential, then you're going to be confined to your house. And this is a stage 4 lockdown that they're about to impose. Okay. Stage 4. So these devils are coming down with great wrath. See, they not playing around because they understand that their time is short. So they gotta hurry up and rush to this NWO. This is all. See, the lockdowns in Australia begin. Lockdown Australia, Victoria, CV, wake up. All right. When you look at the comments, it says you're starting the physical war. Is this for real this year? Why? Don't do it. And whether you like it or not, they are going to do it. You see? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They about to, bring this stuff back. You see?
In Victoria other than in your home. So there will be no visitors to anyone's home. They are not permitted. Religious gatherings and ceremonies are not permitted. Funerals can involve no more than 10 people. Weddings are not permitted. Victorians are well acquainted with this. We've done this before. Victorians know what to do. And they know that these tactics, this type of response works.
You see, so it's all coming down the pipeline. All right. And they are already talking about bringing back, CV-19 measures to America. All right, so these devils is coming with it, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, the prophecies, okay, the things that the Lord said will take place in the earth before Yahushua made his return. Okay, these are the things that we're seeing now, measuring the time diligently. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, through earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, okay, nation rising up against nation, World War III, skirmishes here and there. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, climate marches, okay, Black Lives Matter, CV lockdowns, you know what I'm saying? Rampant crime. And I believe that they just, matter of fact, out there in the state of Illinois, they were supposed to do it the 1st of January of 2023, but they kicked the can down the road. They postponed it. But now they've eliminated cash bail. So now that basically means that crime is about to go crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? And Lord willing, I'll do another lesson touching on that. But listen, man, they about to bring these leftist policies, you know what I'm saying? So-called leftist policies. But really, this is all to ensue chaos. You know what I'm saying? This is all to break down the society, break the people down to the point where they're going to beg for a new world order. All right? This is the tactic that this devil is using, order out of chaos. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest had plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Okay, and these signs that the Lord is showing within the earth, uproars of the people, okay, nation rising up against nation, calamities here and there, the earth reeling to and fro like a drunkard, as it is written. All right. So all these things that are, here in this time now that are happening via prophecy, this is to let you know that, we are fastly, coming to the end of our captivity, that these heathen are desperately trying to hold on to the last of their rulership. Really, they don't even know why they're going so hard for this, but it's all through the spirit, because this is their last hurrah. Okay, this is the heathen's last go around, man. Like after this, Esau, he gonna be enslaved for 1,000 years, and he's gonna be exterminated. Okay, so that's Esau's fate. But all the heathen, they're gonna be subject unto Israel as slaves. You see, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, but Esau, as he's Esau is the most passionate. Because, listen, Esau is not going to receive no type of mercy, okay? 1,000 years, then extermination. So I'm going to end it right here. Hopefully this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash, call halal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom unto the elect.